Hi, boys and girls. This is Mr. Wasemann, and today we are conducting another experiment. We are going to be looking at how glaciers shape the Earth, particularly how they collect and deposit sediment. Okay? In your materials exchange bags that you picked up on Wednesday, you should have gotten a bag that looks like this. It's got a Dixie cup with some fine sediment in it and a block of wood. That's what we're going to be using today. Now, I have a separate cup right here to aid my filming endeavors. And in this cup, there's about 2 tablespoons worth of sediment. Now, you will not need that much of these little pebbles for this experiment, but I gave you some extra in case we lost some in transport. What you're going to need is just a teaspoon. Now, if you recall in our previous experiments, a tablespoon is a larger measuring spoon. You're going to want a teaspoon. A teaspoon is a third of the size of a regular tablespoon, okay? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to transfer that sediment, the little bitty pebbles and sand and so forth, into another container. And then you're going to put a teaspoon back into the Dixie cup. Now, I just happen to have another Dixie cup handy. So what you're going to do is you're just going to measure out 1 level teaspoon, okay, and put that in your cup. Should be enough just to cover the bottom of the cup. We don't want to fill it like this one here. We just want a little bit, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to fill the rest of that Dixie cup with water, about to the top, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to freeze that Dixie cup so that the water inside becomes ice to simulate our glacier. Now that's going to take a little time. That's not something that can happen in like an hour. So you're going to want to do this and let it sit for a couple of days, okay? Now, I happen to have a plastic container that I'm just going to rest my cup in, give it a little bit of stability when I put it into the freezer. Because my freezer, the shelves are just bars. And I don't know what your freezer looks like, but chances are you've probably got some slotted bars or, wire mesh for the shelf. So when I go to freeze my simulated iceberg, what I want to do is I want to make sure that it stays flat, doesn't tip over. Because I'm going to be accessing, my freezer from time to time, the next day or so. So I want to make sure that it's relatively stable. Now, I'm doing this at night, so I'm going to go to bed soon, and it's going to have a chance to start to freeze overnight. So it should be pretty solid when I get up this morning. So we will check in on our soon-to-be glacier in a few hours.